So over the last 3 years, Africa's Promise Village has attempted to make a difference. We have supplied school supplies, clothing, tennis shoes, medical supplies, and even paid for the amputation of a child who was born with a deformed leg. We've made a difference in the lives of the children, but there's a long way to go. So essentially, we could say to you, what is Africa's Promise Village? It's a group of school teachers and other kind-hearted folks who love children and who want to make a difference.
Yeah, my future is to try to get a big land, then we can have more children. But it will be difficult if I don't get friends to help, because myself I can't afford to help them. So I'll try to get friends like you and other people also to help them, because the way to fight with poverty in Africa is education. There is no other way.
Of course, all I can say, my ambition, my mission is to make sure that at least 60% of the children, especially who will be boarding in our orphanage, will be orphans, and 40% will be the children who pays the fees, so that they can support the ones who are not sponsored. Yeah, so that is my ambition. I really want to assist these kind of children, because I have a background of being an orphan. My mother died when I was 6, and I really grew in the world of challenges. And also Alex has got the same background with me, and that is why we have chosen this part of the community service, to make sure at least whatever God has helped us with, at least we support the kind of the children who have the same background like ours.
I'm saying this because as an orphan, I am an orphan. I have been setting a profit margin of the safari company, from the safari company. So 10% of the profit margin I get from the safari company goes to the orphans at Intel. That is how I can say thank you to my Lord. Thank you for keeping me here, because 10% goes to there, and I'm supposed to pay 10% to my God as well.
I'm sure God has never left me alone, and we will go through this also. We have a lot to do. Like right now, we do not have also a dining hall where our children can sit and eat comfortably. They are eating when they are standing.
Oh, how much it costs? The most challenging project is orphanage, the orphans, hostel for the orphans here, or the entire boarding school, and the transport for the kids that have to be taken from 10, 15 kilometers away from where the school is, bringing them here in the morning and take them back in the evening. Building the orphanage plus the transport, those two are the main challenging ones. Initially, running a school is a bit challenging. I can say we are not getting any assistance from the government in terms of whatever we buy, whatever we spend for the school. Honestly, what I can say, we have been touched to ensure that the orphans and the vulnerable kids are getting every support we can. maybe sometimes our level of supporting them is limited because of our resources. But for those who are touched, I'm sure it will be a very great help for the kids to go to school, especially those who cannot afford to go to school. We have a very challenging situation whereby sometimes even feeding them is not quite stable. Feeding them in terms of each term, we are not that stable, but who knows? Maybe if one is touched, he can always assist us in that. That's all I can say. Thanks.
What we have learned the hard way is that raising money is very difficult. As professional educators, we had written grants and we had worked inside the system, but we had never launched our own effort to generate funds. And so, as naive as we were, we said to Father Pinto, who is the Divine Word missionary at the parish in the Simanjaro, "Sure, Peter, we'll help. We'll get the well in and we'll build a school." We had no idea what an enormous task we were taking on. But over the last 3 years, penny by penny, dollar by dollar, we've accomplished some of the things we hoped to do.
Any time of the day or night, they call for a patient to be immediately shifted to the hospital. I don't look for my own comforts, even during the day or night. I get up, get the ambulance and go and pick the patient and bring to the hospital in order to save life. Right now, Dr. Donna, she has come here since last 3 years. She has a plan to support this place, especially with the education for the little kids, also the clean drinking water. We can save a lot of lives by bringing awareness and bringing hygiene to the people. My greatest accomplishment, I would say, bringing awareness to the people about their own life and life of other people in the family, also importance to the education. And many people have really seen the importance of education in their life, also bringing the awareness of in different areas like health, education, and especially the value for the human life. I don't feel shy begging. I am ready to beg, not for myself, but for the people. So people started seeing the work we are doing. And I usually tell them, don't give me anything. You come, stay here, and see what I am doing. Then if you feel like helping out, you are most welcome. So like that, many people came up, and with that, we have now our own borehole here for the water. We have good water. We supply to the hospitals, schools, and people around. So I would say this slowly, step by step, little by little, with the help of generous people, we have done the development. I don't see that I myself did it. It is the cooperation and participation of all people who came here, who stayed here, who lived with us for maybe few days, but their participation and contribution.
Yeah, Mungu akubariki, that bless you. Yeah, that's God help. Ubarikiwe. Oh, ubarikiwe.
Once traveling to the village, to the Maasai village 3 years back, that's where I saw Kadogo crawling on her knees, and then I stopped my car and I just went and see her and asked the family member who was there with her that what is happening to this little girl, why is she going on her knees? And that is where then the brother took her up for me, and he showed me her leg, that Kadogo got an accident when before she was born, when she was in her mother's womb. She got an accident, but the mother was pushed by the donkey, and then she fell down. That is where the leg of the child broken. Then I took a picture of Kadogo and sent it to my friend Donna and asked her, Donna, please tell me how we can assist this girl. She's really going on her knees, and the knees were so rough, you can imagine. Then Donna accepted that request, and she said, Esther, please take her to the hospital and see what the doctor will say.
This will help you walk. Yeah.
Then she was admitted in one of the private hospitals here in Arusha, and she was operated, and I stayed with her. I laid down with her for 3 days in the hospital bed, and after 6 months, when the wound is now healed, that is where she has been provided with an artificial leg, which which Donna raised the money from the US and sent it to me so that I can do all that for Kadogo. Then later on, Donna said, Esther, please do not allow these girls to go back to the village. Take them to your school and I'll sponsor them. And Donna has been doing that since, and Kadogo now is in her pre-primary class. She's now 6 years old, and Rebecca is in her 4th grade, and she's now 12 years old.
Sana, John